5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. I just don't see the point anymore.
So you didn't make the dress list. There are greater tragedies in the world.
I wanted to run out of that tunnel for my dad. To prove to everyone that I
Prove
worked...
what?
That I was somebody.
Oh, you are so full of crap. You're 5 feet nothing, 100 and nothing, and you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also gonna walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Scafacci-verse. I am Anthony Scafacci.
And I'm Alan Gigax.
And we want to thank you for coming back every single week. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Spotify. Make sure you download, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a rating. They really help. And
That's true. All those things help.
Alan, welcome to another episode.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's another fun one. They're always fun, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's
Greatest
close
job
to
in the
our
world,
hearts.
man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Except for the pay.
Yeah, pays. Yeah.
I feel like the greatest job would pay. It would
It
pay
might.
at least something.
But you know, they say,
Yeah.
if you do what you love, then you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also starve to death because starving
Yeah.
artist, but,
Right.
but that's not us. We're
Yeah.
Well, okay, that is
Yeah,
us.
what I love is like being able to feed my family.
Yeah.
and have a place to live.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I'm a mailman.
Yeah, I guess that's we all do.
Yeah.
We all do what we got to do.
Right.
Right. So, but hey, we've got another great episode.
We do.
I'm excited.
Yep. Let's get
I
into
think
it.
this one's fun, and we have a just the tip.
All right.
And
It
who's
is
our
sponsored-
sponsor?
It is sponsored by Squirters Juice Bar.
Nice.
Locations throughout the greater Boston area with full service and self-service juice. Get your face into place.
All right, Al. I love that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is?
All right. The tip.
Yeah.
This is a fun thing that I do in my real life. This really does happen,
Okay.
and I really do this. And it's fun every time. When somebody is teary-eyed for no reason, like maybe it's allergy season,
Okay.
and so their eyes are itchy and they get watery eyes, if you will. Or sometimes when you yawn, a tear comes out of your eye or something like that. Or whatever it is. The important part here is that it has to be for no appreciable reason.
Okay.
You point it out and you're like, oh, you're crying. Are you thinking about those billionaires who died in the submarine?
Oh, wow. I was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It comes out of left field,
Yeah.
right? Because, no, that's not something to cry about.
No.
And that's what makes it funny.
Yeah, well, good job.
But, dude, I'll tell you what. One time it did backfire because my wife was depressed. And she's like, I feel really down. I feel really depressed. And I'm like, oh, is it because of those billionaires who died in the submarine?
How was the reaction to that?
She was already depressed. And she's like, no, that's still people dying. That's still sad. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Where's my class warrior when I need one?
All right, man.
I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
know.
look, man. They what the hell were they even doing down there?
They were going to look at Titanic.
Oh, they were going to Titanic?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
They were getting crushed into little bits.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we should all be so lucky.
Yeah, maybe he held on was involved with that.
Yeah. Good
I just want to
times.
go see Titanic before I die.
Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah. It will be moments, instants before you die.
No problem.
Yes.
All right. So,
Hell yeah.
today's episode, right, or this week's episode, I should
Sure.
say, is about roster building and playing in your dynasty. And when you realize that somebody with a lower overall
Right.
works better for you.
Yeah, we see this all the time on the headquarters page. EA Sports College Football Headquarters on Facebook, where people will say, like, I have this quarterback who's an 88, but I have another guy behind him who's an 83, and I really like him better, and I feel like the team plays better. Who should I start?
Yeah. And, we've all done that. I would assume we've all done that.
I've certainly done it.
Right?
Yeah.
Where you're like, dude, I got this, this tight end who his overall rating is like a 74. My starter or my should-be starter is like an 81. But this 74, dude,
he catches everything.
Yeah,
Or he
he's
just
got
gets
sure
open
hands.
or
He just,
whatever,
he just
yeah.
gets open somehow.
Yeah.
Right? And we know now in the new age of gaming, that they've made attributes kind of matter a little bit more. So,
Right.
for example, like route running.
Yeah, it does matter.
It does
You're
matter.
more likely to beat
Get
the guy
that little
on your
bit of
move.
space
Yeah,
and
get a little
stuff like that,
separation.
right? And to give a little bit of separation, even though he might not be as fast,
Right.
might not be as talented,
Yeah.
he just runs that route a little cleaner and he gets open. And this guy's just got sure hands,
Yeah, he's like a Julian Edelman.
right? And yet these are the players that we all love,
Right.
Right?
Jerry Rice was not the fastest.
And
But anyway,
we
yeah.
remember their names,
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah, that player who's like the underdog,
Yeah.
who you wind up making him, into a beast, or he just performs for you. Yeah, you totally remember that player.
Well,
I mean, you also remember like the 99.
Sure, yeah,
that
who
you
just-
get, who's just a
berserker
beast.
guy,
But
right?
yeah, that one who just brings it,
But like
Rudy, like in the intro.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
sometimes those little digital fucks,
Yeah.
right? They take on a life of their own.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, that guy, he just got that fucking dog in him.
He's got the eye of the
yeah,
tiger.
he's got the eye. Dude, that guy's just a gamer, man. He shows
Yeah.
up and he's there in the big moments and he makes plays.
Right.
And we kind of get this like emotional attachment to
True.
these players,
Yeah.
right? That they're not the 97, defensive end, or they're not the, star quarterback. They're that underdog kind of guy. And,
Yeah, just
their
gets the job
overall
done.
says they shouldn't necessarily be that good.
Right, but they're
yet-
winners.
But yet here they
They're
are.
like Doug Flutie.
Yeah, making fucking plays.
Yeah.
Right? And like at the end of the season, you're looking like, dude, that guy's got 74 receptions for like 1,200 yards and
this
13
happens a
touchdowns.
lot with a slot receiver because sometimes they get mismatches or whatever that make them tougher to cover,
Sure.
or make them open
or
more
the
often.
easier target to see.
Yeah, right.
know.
Or they come across the middle more, makes it easier to throw to them, whatever it is. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be that top star player. Just because there's a star under them doesn't mean that's
So-
your star.
The main reason I would think that this happens, first off, speed. I think that's the easy kind of like low-hanging fruit answer.
Yeah, so let's get into why you might want to play a player more than just vibe.
Yeah.
Why you might want to play a player who has a lower overall. And of course, the number one reason is speed.
Yeah, speed kills.
Yeah,
It-
in
plain
the game,
and
it's
simple.
by far the most important attribute.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a guard. Even a guard, you got to have some to get out in front of a
you're
run. But anyway.
73 overall running back with 96 speed.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, get
You're
that
like,
dude in the game.
Yeah, let me get this dude in the game because once I hit the edge, man, you know what? His 54 break tackle doesn't really matter.
Exactly. If
You
they
know.
don't touch him, they can't tackle him.
And dude, I remember going back to like my Middle Tennessee State, the Jelly Dynasty.
Right.
Where I had this running back who was a 3-star athlete converted to running back.
Okay.
And the dude just had wheels.
Yeah.
And I remember I was playing Virginia Tech for the Natty, right? It was all the big game. And late in the game, I was down and he breaks off like a 74-yard touchdown run. Just cuts through, untouched, gone.
Right.
Right? And he wasn't rated that good, but god damn it, could that guy just flat out blaze. I mean, he was just fast.
Right.
And so a lot of those other attributes that he didn't have, like strength and the ability to catch, awareness,
right.
injuries.
You make up for those.
Yeah. Like it just didn't matter because on that one play,
right.
it was just speed.
Yeah.
That's it. It conquered all.
Right.
And so,
you're catching traffic also. Like that doesn't matter if you're 4 yards behind the guy who's trying to cover you.
Yeah, sure. And and I mean there's other attributes that seem to kind of matter more than others.
Mm-hmm.
And
To stay on speed though for a sec, like even on defense, obviously a corner has to have that speed in order to stay
Or
with the
you're just gonna
receivers
get smoked.
or the recovery speed. But even at linebacker, if you have speed but not necessarily a good tackler, that's going to really drop your overall. But dude, you get in there, you fill that hole, you get into the backfield. Even if you don't make the tackle, you're going to disrupt things, make it easier on the rest of your defense.
Well, and I mean, sometimes you just get like sacks because the tackle just can't cover him. He just comes around the corner and not can't block him, and then it's like you're in there, faster than you could on the blitz. Like it's just a
Right. So
blown
speed
gap,
is obviously everybody understands that.
Yeah.
So what else? What other kind of attributes are we talking
So
about?
for me, I find like for quarterbacks, you give me that accuracy.
Yes.
If the arm strength ain't quite there, but they're accurate.
Yes.
Dude, I can make that work. Just
The guy doesn't have to be very open in order to throw that pass
just
to him.
throw it in these tight windows.
And you hit things like when the guy's coming across on that crossing route, you're going to hit him in stride.
Yeah, they
and
lead
he can
him.
keep running.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Dude,
accuracy.
the goddamn backfield creator, or heaven forbid, the pure runner, that you throw that pass and your guy in the cross has to jump up in the
forget
air.
it. It's
Yeah,
over.
forget it.
Yeah.
Right, you need that accuracy.
Yeah, even if he was wide open.
Right.
Yeah.
If he's got to jump, somehow he's just going to tip the ball and get.
Dude. So
Yeah.
that one, I would say, for defensive tackles,
Strength.
strength
Yep.
kind of trumps, dude, it trumps a lot.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter if they're real mobile.
Right.
They're just fucking people movers. And
Yeah, what was the name of that big, huge, fat guy for the Green Bay Packers? Like Gilbert or something? Like
yeah,
Sean Gilbert or whatever?
I can't
mean, there's
remember
been
his
a
name.
few guys like
Yeah,
that. Like Ted Washington.
Yeah,
and-
like I mean,
and-
Tony Siragusa.
Oh, yeah, Tony. That's
yeah,
a great example.
yeah, Tony
right.
Siragusa.
Was he an athlete?
Yeah,
Nah, not really.
Yeah, I mean, like where Ndamukong Suh
Right.
was like this, like kind of freakish.
Right, or John
athlete.
Randall. Yeah, dude, Tony Siragusa and John Randall
Yeah.
both played nose tackle.
Both effective.
Very different ways.
But yeah, exactly,
Right,
right? Where
right.
John Randall was like that athlete that was
Yeah,
fast.
Right.
Tony Siragusa wasn't
Just
exactly known for
occupied
his
blockers.
speed.
Yeah.
But there's different coverage abilities for like a free safety where if they just have high man coverage,
Right.
they seem to just boom, they're just going to make plays even if they're not that fast or they're not that agile.
Right.
They make plays, right? And so, those are kind of the reasons these like key ratings that show up here and there, and they can take a lower overall player and elevate them.
Yep, I would agree with that. So let's talk about in our own history, we have players who, didn't necessarily fit the mold
Yeah.
for being a great player at their position, like a Doug Flutie at quarterback. But, for us, it was receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, my favorite player of all time is probably Marcus Galloway. He made it into the Coach Raw novel.
Oh, yeah.
And the story did kind of revolve around him in real life when I was playing it. But he wound up being like a 97 overall, his
Yeah.
senior season. And so he did what you expect him to do.
Sure, yeah, he was a beast.
He was a
and-
beast. Right. He
and
was just
played
strong
like
in
it.
all the right places.
Sure.
But then you get a guy like Bayer, Bayer. He was a
Okay.
tight end at New Mexico State.
Yeah.
And he was an offensive lineman who I converted
Okay.
because he had like 77 speed.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
really good for an
Well,
offensive
well,
lineman.
yeah,
and it's really kind of right in the target area for a tight end.
Sure.
They're not that fast. And so he had decent speed. He had good agility because these are lineman attributes.
How big was he?
He was like 320,
Holy
something like
shit.
6'7", 320, something
He was
like
like
that.
offensive tackle.
Yeah, dude, and outrunning middle linebackers
Nice.
who couldn't stick with him. And it was the first year his catching was like a 41.
Okay.
And so that was a bit of a struggle, but he was also a star.
Blocker, yeah.
No, star development trait.
Oh, okay, so he was going to get better.
Yeah, and so he was going to get better and get better fast. And so the next year, his catching jumped from like a 48 to an 81.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and they're like, all right, dude, now this guy...
Game on.
Game on. Yeah,
Yeah.
because, anytime he goes against an outside linebacker or a safety
Yeah, just
and
plants that
blocking,
dude.
yeah, just pancakes. Like, the dude would get like 15 pancakes a game. It was so great.
15 pancakes in the pregame.
Yeah.
15 pancakes
That's
in the
right.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so then, dude, he'd go out there and he would have like 12 catches. Like 12 catches, 15 pancakes.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing was when he would dive for the catch and make the catch, and when he'd land, like the whole stadium would shake. It didn't really, but in my head,
Yeah.
that's what would happen.
That's
when
good
he
enough.
Was,
That's what makes
dude.
it fun.
Yeah, it was
Right.
so fun to play with this dude who, and I'm sure I had receivers out there who were like good receivers, like, dude, I'm open too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't see you.
Yeah,
Like
just
this
throwing it to the big
beast.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, good times, dude. What about you? You had a big man.
So yeah, I did. So I had this player, right? He was 6'7", 242 pounds, but he was a wide receiver, like a wide receiver the computer just randomly generated,
Right.
and he he was not fast, right? He had like 82 speed, but 98 acceleration.
That's
His
good off the ball.
His catch in traffic and his route running, both of those were really high.
Okay.
So like his short route running and his catch in traffic were like in the high 80s when he was like a freshman.
Okay.
And he wasn't
so he's
fast.
reliable.
Though. Yeah, but dude, inside of the red zone,
right?
Unstoppable, completely unstoppable. Right? His name, he was Antonio Brontosaurus Hollins. Right? He revolutionized Army football for me. This guy was so much fun because somehow too he would always get open on play action passes.
Right.
He would just get open. He would just be there, and he would go like. I broke every college receiving record with him with 82 speed.
With 82 speed.
Yeah, because he never got faster.
Right.
But he had that 98 acceleration and the slick route running, and he just caught everything. And dude, it was like press coverage.
That's so
fuck
fun.
you.
Right. You're not pressing this
dude.
guy.
You couldn't I'd run the slant.
Right
off the snap, and he would just get that inside position, and so like anytime like 7-yard line into the goal, boom, automatic. The dude was automatic, right?
Yeah, and his overall, like by the time you
I
get
think
to
his
senior
overall
year,
was like an 86,
Right.
like even his senior year, it was never that high because he never had
it's
speed.
a shame that the game doesn't pick up on that, where like he won't get drafted.
No, he didn't.
You know, yeah,
I mean, he didn't.
and it's tragic.
Yeah, I mean, he might have got drafted. Like in real life, he would have got drafted and moved
that's
to
what I'm
tight end.
saying. Like in the game, they should account for that. Like if you've got a guy who just plays his ass off,
well, and broke every college receiving record, career,
exactly. Just
single
somebody's
season.
Gonna take. At least the Browns are going to take a shot on that dude in the third round.
And once I realized what I had, like I would force feed that guy the ball. He would get, I don't know, 9, 10, 11 receptions a game and have 3-4 touchdowns. I mean, the guy was unstoppable. And so he was one of my favorites. And then, I had this other player, right, who I can't remember his name because this is so long ago.
Okay.
But I nicknamed him Pro Size, which I thought he was like a 310-pound defensive end who was like Reggie White.
Oh, sure.
Right? And he would forklift dudes and just throw them. Right? And he had 70-something speed. Like, he was fast and strong and nothing else.
Right.
He couldn't do any... Dude, he had no moves.
Right.
He had no nothing. But this motherfucker was beefy.
Yeah.
And he would just line up a defensive end and, dude, that whole side of the field shut down.
Right.
Like, there was no getting around that guy. There was no... Dude, he was, like, huge. He was, like, 6'9". He was just a monster defensive end.
We're talking about people playing above their ability
yeah,
level.
his overall was,
again,
like, a 72 or something
so
like that.
that applies to teams, too.
Yeah.
Where you can have a team that goes... that's maybe a 75 overall, but what they're good at is what you're good at it, or just meshes.
Yeah.
And they play above their ability level. Dude, I've had that happen where, like, I have a good recruiting year. My team goes from, like, a 78 up to an 84, and I think, oh, this is great. Now we're going to really start dominating. And it regresses because the team I had before just matched better with what I was... Or
like
I don't really know
style,
why. Yeah,
maybe.
like, match my play style. So much of that rating is based on just strictly the quarterback.
Yeah, well, and that's part of the thing is it's kind of like not, I wouldn't say fool's gold, but it's misleading.
Yeah,
right?
Especially like for me having a running team, so what if I have a 97 quarterback? That's obviously super good.
Yeah, but dude,
but he's only throwing 14 passes a game.
Yeah, you're like Ben Roethlisberger
Right.
his first year
exactly.
with the Steelers. Are like,
Right.
he's just going to throw about 13 times a game.
Yeah.
And that's it. We're going to run this ball. And so, and I've done that too, but also it's like sometimes it's you, the player, with the team, like you said, kind of
there's a chemistry.
built for what you're good at. Right? Where it's like,
dude, like
I
if
got
you've
the
ever-
offensive line and I got the running backs, but I don't got much else.
Right.
And I can just run the offense the way I like.
If you've ever played against Army, Air Force, or Navy
Yeah.
in the game, when the computer steers them, they could be a 67 overall and still run for 332 yards against
sure.
you.
And there's certain teams that just seem that overall throw it out the damn window.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like Bowling Green.
Okay.
Like if you play them, first they're like super high up tempo. They're like rocket speed pace. And they
Right.
do that the entire game. And they throw it like 55 times a game.
Right.
And it's all spread out. And, dude.
They play way above.
Their quarterback will throw for like 400 on you.
Right.
Right. And like 4 touchdowns. And they're like a 67 overall.
Yeah.
And it just, their defense sucks balls.
Right.
So you're still probably going to win because they're not going to stop you. But offensively, dude,
Right.
they're friggin' tough
It's
to
so
stop.
frustrating.
Dude.
Yeah. You do the MAC, like you do those the Northeast teams. I'm more of a Southwest guy, and for
Yeah.
me, it's San Antonio.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Road Runners, they run that same exact, that up tempo, no huddle, 4 and 5 wide receivers, and it is so hard to stop.
Well, so in one of my dynasties,
Yep.
not in 25, not 26. I don't know what happened in 25, but they became like a goddamn behemoth. When I was using Buffalo, UTSA got good. Real
Okay.
good.
Wow.
So they were like an 89 overall. And I had to play them for the national title.
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck is UTSA doing here?
Yeah, no
like
kidding.
I was kind of sleeping on them.
Sure.
But when they get like talented players and they're still, oh my
Right.
God. Dude, yeah.
Unstoppable.
It was like they had Dan Marino. They had like Duper Clayton.
Yeah.
They had Jerry Rice. It was like they were getting wide receivers and they were
Right.
getting quarterbacks because their stats were just out of control.
Sure.
And-
Yeah, they got A+ on the playing style.
Dude, yeah, that team was hard to stop, but they were hard to stop even when they were a bad team. Like when the game
Yeah,
launched,
exactly. Right.
They were hard to stop.
See, I feel that way like when I play Georgia Tech. They're
Yeah,
a good
sure.
team, and then they also do that same kind of offense that's like the power spread. Or
Yeah,
they
it's
run
what
the
it is. It's like the power spread, but they
and-
run a lot of option
Yeah,
stuff.
and oh my God, dude, it's so hard.
Yeah, and so
when you get these good players, when you get these good teams, the thing that's changed with the new version of the game since the game came back is that the Brontosaurus could have this incredible junior year. This happened with Bayer.
Yeah.
He had this phenomenal, I saw the magic in him. I saw the eye of the tiger. That's me. I did that. I made you a tight end, you ungrateful little shit.
Yeah, you're gonna go play in the pros.
Yeah.
That was me who did that.
Right. And so his junior year, he transfers or
What?
transfers out to some other school to play out his senior year because of pro potential. Motherfucker, you wouldn't even have any pro potential if it weren't for me.
Dude, it's blood in, blood out at MTSU,
Yeah,
bro. You ain't
exactly,
leaving.
dude.
Right?
You ain't leaving.
Yeah, and that's the thing now is with the game and the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Like this just happened to me.
Okay.
Dude, my stud free safety Cortez Temple, who we'll hear more about in another episode.
Yeah.
That guy left, right? Is his overall's at 82. But he was
Right.
goddamn defensive player of the year. He's a fucking manimal, and he's now playing for the Kentucky Wildcats because he left. He's like, I can't be here anymore. I got to get out. And,
Right.
it's like that. And dude, it was so frustrating, man.
Yeah, you put all this energy into people. They really need to bring back that you can shoot the moon to try to keep somebody. And that's what promises were.
Dude,
back in, what was it, like
13, you could make promises. Yeah, they got to bring that kind of stuff back where you could. You could always try to re-recruit your guy now.
Yeah, sometimes if the deal breaker
isn't working against you. But yeah, like big time losing these guys that you kind of these low overall players that you put into the spotlight, and now they're shining. And they're gonna just dip out on you,
right,
dude? It's a new level of frustration that the old game didn't have. There was no damn transfer portal.
Right.
When the Brontosaurus was doing his thing at Army,
Yeah.
I knew I had him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be here for the next 3 years.
Yeah, and then he's going to Afghanistan.
In order to get him to go to Army, I promised he could be an astronaut.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and so that was what
They don't take guys that size.
Yeah, in
as an
13
astronaut,
you could
but he didn't
promise
know
anything.
that.
So
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna get to be an astronaut.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
just give them the promises. Good times.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. We'll do our closing sponsor, which is Dumper.
Nice.
And
we haven't heard from them in a minute.
I know. And, they have all these different taglines that I just love. When fecal urgency stripes, you can count on Dumper. That one's okay. When you're in a pinch and need to pinch one off, count on Dumper.
Yeah.
Stop swiping and start wiping.
Yeah, Dumper is
Yeah.
dude, it is a miracle app.
It is.
It really
yeah,
is.
Well,
It-
let's just explain
Yeah.
briefly what it is. Go ahead.
So it is. So it's like ride sharing, except for your bathroom. Toilet
Right.
sharing in this case, right? Is that you're out maybe working in a neighborhood or working around, and the urge just
Yeah.
comes.
Yeah.
And you got to go, and maybe it's a 15, 20-minute ride to the next closest bathroom.
Right. You can't go home.
Yeah.
At Jack in the Box, they won't necessarily let you use their
Sure.
bathroom.
And so
they've been burned by that too many times.
And so the dumper app, you open up
Right.
Dumper.
It's DUMPR.
Yeah, you browse, right? And then you set like what you're looking for, and
Right. There's
your-
all these different criteria.
yeah, and like what your need level is, and how urgent it is,
Right.
and then
what your budget is.
and then you swipe right, and then somebody also
right. You
swipes
match
right.
with people who
you
have
match,
bathrooms, kind of
and-
like a Grinder.
yeah,
would match.
exactly. Like you would,
Oh, I mean Tinder.
yeah, exactly.
I mean Christian Mingle.
Right, and then boom, there it is. There's a map. It's like GPS guided
Yeah.
right to their house. You just go in,
Yeah,
and
even inside the house, there's augmented reality.
Yeah.
Where you like hold the phone out in front of you, and it gives you
So
turn
you
by
can-
turn
yeah,
directions
'cause
to the bathroom.
yeah, seconds are precious.
Dude, and I think the app I mean, everybody's had this urgency, but the app developers must have known that, like, dude, when you get into the house, that's when
It's-
the flying spaghetti monster's noodly
he
appendage.
has to start extracting so that you
Right.
can get ready.
Somehow your asshole knows exactly, like down to the inch, how far away that toilet is. And if it were 3 inches further away, you'd splat onto the ground.
but your body
yeah,
knows.
right.
How
And so-
it know.
Yeah, how do it know? And so with the augmented reality, you're never going to have that mishap. You're going to be able to go right to it. Because, dude, you take a wrong turn, you wind up in their kitchen.
Yeah.
And those poor people rue
Yeah,
the day
the
they ever
sink or
signed
whatever.
up for
They got a
Dumper.
garbage disposal.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
So, dude, it's a great app.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's Dumper.
Yeah.
And the last tagline, Dumper, we'll leave the fan on for you.
Nice. All right. For Anthony Scafacci.
I'm Alan Gigax.
This has been a balls deep production of the Scafacciverse podcast. We are